everyone, this video will focus on inscribed quadrilateral. So an inscribed quadrilateral happens when 4 of its vertices are on the circle. So this quadrilateral right here, all of the 4 vertices are on the circle. So all the 4 vertices are on the circle. We have to remember that if a quadrilateral is inscribed on a circle, then opposite angles are supplementary. So angles that are across from each other are supplementary. We remember from the previous video that supplementary happens when 2 angles, when they're added together, they will sum up 180. So let's take this one as an example right here. So if we want to solve for x, these two, so I'm going to use blue for this. So these two should be added together since they are the ones that are across from each other. They are the opposite angles. So we add them together and equal them to 180 since they are supplementary. So I'm going to show the work over here for x. So that would be x plus 84 equals 180. So from here, we are going to subtract 84 from both sides. So minus 84 minus 84. So then our x value for this is, so this is going to be equal to 96 degrees. So our x is 96 degrees. So I can go ahead and write the measure of angle x is 96. So if we want to check on that, if we add 84 and 96, it should equal to 180. Now, on the other hand, these two here are also supplementary. That means we add them up together, equal them to 180. So we can set that up as y plus 110 equals 180. And then from here we subtract 110 from both sides minus 110. So then we are left with y is equal to 70. So this is our value for y, which is 70 degrees. So this one is 70 degrees. And this makes sense because if we add 110 plus 70, that would equal to 180. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, pause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. Again, the opposites will the angles that are across from each other are the opposite. We're going to add them together since they are supplementary, equal them to 180. So in this problem here, these two are supplementary. So I can go ahead and write 78 plus t, that's angle t that we're looking for, is equal to 180. And so from here, we are going to subtract 78 from both sides. So minus 78, minus 78. So we can cross this out. So our angle t is 102. So that's the measure for our angle t. So this is 102 right here. Now, we are going to determine the measure of angle P. So angle P is right here, that's missing. So we are going to pair this up since they have to be opposite. These two are adjacent. You don't partner them up. It's the ones that are across that are supplementary, not adjacent. Again, across from each other or opposite angles are supplementary. So in this case here, I can go ahead and write P plus 37 equals 180. So then we subtract 37 from both sides minus 37. So then we are left with P is equal to 143 degrees. So that is 143 degrees. One way to check if we get our answers correct is to add them all up. So if I have 78 plus 37 plus 102 plus 143, the sum for all these 4 should be 360 degrees. So if they don't come out 360, you need to check your work. You probably missed somewhere. Did you get the same answers as this? Good. Perfect. Now let's move on to the next example right here. So what about if we are given expressions? So we are given this angle measures right here. We're supposed to solve for x and y. We do pretty much the same thing. We are supposed to have those that are across from each other. We add them up, equals 180. So I'm going to do the angle y and angle j. So they are across from each other. So I'm going to add them up, equals 180. So I'm going to set it up so that is 17x minus 30 plus 2x plus 20 equals 180 since they are supplementary. From here, I am going to combine like terms. So that would be 17x and 2x will be combined together, and that would come out 19x. So that's 19x, and then I am going to combine the constant that is negative 30 plus 20. And so that would give me a minus 10. So that is 19x minus 10 equals 180. And then I am going to add 10 from both sides because I want x by itself. So plus 10 and plus 10 here. So that would come out, you can cross this out. So that is 19x is equal to 190. So from here, I'm going to divide 19 from both sides, divided by 19. So then I'm left with x is equal to 10. So this is our value for x. That's 10. Now, to find the measures of angle Y and angle J, we are going to plug in the value of x into this expression that we have here. So then from here, we go ahead and write 2 times the 10 plus 20. So that is 10 right here. So 2 times 10 is 20 plus 20 is 40. So this corner right here is 40 degrees. So then we are expecting this to be 140 because if you have 40, since they're supplementary, their sum should be 180. So this one has to be 140. But then again, we need to show the work. So that would be 17. And then put in the x, which is 10 minus 30. So that is a 10 right here. So we have 17 times 10 is 170. So 170 minus 30 is 140 degrees. And that makes sense because if we have 40 plus 140, their sum, since they're across from each other, is 180. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try to solve for y. Okay, so we go over the problem here. So we're now solving for y. But before we do that, our y here, angle y is 40. So we can label this as 40 degrees right here. Our angle J is 140. So we can have 140 right here. So we're missing angle P and angle Z. So I'm going to show the work for angle P and angle Z here by solving for the y. So again, we add them up equals 180. So that would be 7y minus 10 plus y plus 30 equals 180. So what I did was I added 7y minus 10 plus y plus 30, since they are supplementary, equals 180. So then we are going to combine like terms. So we have 7y and 1y would be 8y. So I'm going to go ahead and write 8y. And then I'm going to combine the constants. So that would be negative 10 plus 30 is a positive 20. So that would be 8y plus 20 equals 180. So then I'm going to subtract 20 from both sides. So I want y by itself. So minus 20 and minus 20. So I am left with 8y is equal to 160. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 8. Divide this by 8. So that I am able to get y is equal to 20. So then our y is 20. So we go ahead and plug this in here. So again, these two should be paired up together since they are across from each other. So we can plug in value for the y. So that would be 7 times 20 minus 10. So 7 times 20 is 140. So that's 140. 140 minus 10 is 130. So this corner right here is 130. So then we are expecting this angle to be 50, since if we add 130 plus 50 would be 180. So let's plug it in. So that would be y was 20. So 20 plus 30 is 50. And that makes sense. Again, 130 plus 50 is 180. 40 plus 140 is 180. So our y right here is 20, and our angle P is 130, and our angle Z is 50. Again, we can check our work by adding them all up together. 140 plus 130 plus 40 plus 50. The sum should be 180. By the way, this picture is not drawn to scale. Did you get the same answers as this? Good. Perfect. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!